My name is Zach, and I like to backpack around the world. I'm about to check out of my hotel room here in Brownsville and begin my journey back home to Memphis, Tennessee. Today, I will be making it to Houston, Texas. I've never been to Houston other than the airport, so let's check it out. Let's get into it. I am encouraging you to come. Of course, I have a backpack with me. I'm encouraging you to come backpacking with me to Houston and furthermore home to Memphis, Tennessee. Vamonos! Let's go. You know what I like most about wearing these flannel shirts? I love these pockets. I can take a handful of these business cards that I have, put them right here, and they're good to go. They don't bend. It's a good place to store them, and when you're ready to give them out, you can just go psh, psh, and they're good to go. I can't find my car. Where is it? Oh, I think it's the car over here that has my face on it. I'm pretty sure this is my car. I woke up at 8 a.m. to get an early start, but my stomach won't stop turning. It's been turning for the last two and a half hours. Man. I am finally on the road. See you soon, Houston. I have been driving for the past 2 hours now, and I have driven up an appetite. I am hungry. I'm here in Kingsville, Texas, and I'm parked at this Sonic-looking drive-in, but it's not Sonic. It's a drive-in called Stars. I've seen it in a few towns here in South Texas, so I figured I would give it a try, so yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I just want the number 3 combo.
You want that with mayo or mustard?
Mayo.
Fries or tots?
Fries.
And for the drink?
Coke.
Anything else?
That's all.
The number 3 with mayo, the way with the fries and the Coke, it'll be $8.65.
Alright, sounds good, thank you. I have procured my order from Stars Drive-In. Let's dig in. Of course I got a Coke. Cheers from Kingsville, Texas. Salute. That's good. I got some fries. And the main event, the super cheeseburger. And I asked for mayo on it. Okay, it comes in a bag. It looks okay. I wish the bread wasn't so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not burnt, but cooked. I wish it was, I don't know. Never mind, let's see how it tastes. That's the most important thing. It's okay. Nothing to write home about, but I should have got the chili because they claim to have the best chili in town. For the cheeseburger, I would never order again. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? I am here at Hazel Bazemore Park, right outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. I've never heard of this park before. I was looking up things to do on my drive from Brownsville, Texas to Houston, Texas, and this was one of the places that popped up that seemed reasonable for me to do. Not out of the way, easy, convenient, beautiful. So just check out a little bit of nature on my way to Houston. I don't know how I feel about this GoPro Hero 8 Media Mod that I got yesterday. The audio sounds good, yes. It prioritizes my voice in windy situations, which is awesome. But it's kind of like the GoPro Hero 7's audio where you can hear everything. So if I'm fumbling with the tripod, barely, if I barely move my hand on the tripod, you can hear it in the audio, and I'm not a big fan of that, so. The Media Mod is not a permanent audio fix, just a temporary one. It's better than the internal audio on the GoPro Hero 8, but not by much. It depends on what you want. The audio doesn't pop like it does in the internal audio on the GoPro Hero 8, which is so annoying on my eyes and my teeth. The audio sometimes pops, which doesn't sound good in my opinion, but it's just for 1 millisecond, and then it's usually good for the rest of the video. But my least favorite thing about the Media Mod is you have to unscrew your GoPro from the tripod it's mounted on to be able to take the Media Mod off to change your batteries. And if you know GoPro, batteries last around 45 minutes to an hour, and then no more. So you have to change it fairly frequently. So having to unscrew your GoPro from the mount to be able to replace your battery every single time, it takes about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. But my least favorite thing about the Media Mod is that you have to unscrew your GoPro from the tripod it's mounted on to be able to take the Media Mod off to be able to replace your battery. Because if you know GoPro, you know the batteries don't last that long. They last anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes to, depending on how you're filming, it can last an hour. If you're filming on like 1080p and 30 frames per second, you probably can get an hour out of your battery. If you're filming at 4K, 60 frames per second, you'll do good to get even 30 minutes out of your battery life. So having to change this every 30 minutes, it would be a real pain in the ass. So anyways, I'm going to keep this trip moving. I'm going to keep cruising up north to Houston, Texas. I am inviting you to join me. Shall you? I miss saying that for my transitional phrase from my intro to the rest of the video because it was just so perfect. But it's not mine, it's the Daily Woo's, so I don't think it would be appropriate for me to use it anymore, especially since I'm making money off my videos now. I don't know. I enjoyed his videos. I never heard any complaints from Adam the Woo once about it, so even Rose said to me while I was in Mexico City, I miss saying shall you. Rose, so do I. I miss it too because it was way better than the transitional phrase that I use now. And you know what? Adam the Woo has never said anything to me negative about using that phrase. I am inviting you to join me. Shall you? He's never said anything negative about it. Has he ever said anything positive about it to me? I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no. I made an Instagram post about 2 months ago because some other YouTuber was accusing me of copying them, Jason Rupp, which is completely untrue. I was making these pampering videos long before I ever heard of Jason Rupp. Maybe not to the amount of videos that I'm making now, but the fact that I have almost 200,000 views on my haircut with Dayana, and that was way before I ever heard of Jason Rupp. I would say it's a little far-fetched to be accused of copying that man. Now, if the Daily Woo, if Adam the Woo was like, hey, could you please stop using my transitional phrase? I don't like you using it, it's mine. Then I could understand that, even though I wouldn't necessarily say it's copying Adam the Woo. I would say it's more of paying homage to Adam the Woo. You know how many hours of content from Adam the Woo that I've watched over the pandemic? It's an unreal amount of hours that I've watched Adam the Woo during the pandemic, not including prior to the pandemic. So, you know what? I might bring it back. I might bring back that transitional phrase. I like saying it. Rose likes saying it. And Adam the Woo, he's never said anything negative to me about using it. Not once. Actually, quite the contrary. I made that Instagram post and he actually liked it. So he didn't actually say anything to stop using it. So I don't know. What do y'all think? I am rolling into Victoria, Texas. I am here in historic downtown Victoria. Let's walk around a bit and check things out before moving on to Houston. Right behind me, we have the Victoria County Courthouse. Very beautiful architecture. It is in the Romanesque revival structure style. I'm not really a big architect nerd, so I can't really tell you the difference between styles. All I can tell you is if it looks good or not, and this is a very beautiful courthouse. The city of Victoria was named after General Guadalupe Victoria, who became the first president of independent Mexico. Which is interesting because right in front of the courthouse, if you just turn the camera around, you get something you see in most towns and cities in Mexico. A kiosco. Okay, here we go, something interesting. From 1493, Spain claimed Texas. And then from 1685 through 1689, I guess Texas became like a French settlement, or the area. And then from 1690 through 1821, it became Spanish Texas. And then from 1821 through 1836, it became Mexican Texas. And I'm assuming that's when Guadalupe, Victoria came through here. I'm assuming, I don't know. And then from 1836 through 1846, it became the Republic of Texas. And then 1846 through 1861, it became the state of Texas in the United States. And then for a brief period of time, it became a Confederate state. And then from 1865 onward, it joined back with the rest of the United States as normal. And yeah. All right, let's finish up this drive to Houston. I have about 2 more hours to go, and then we'll be there. Even though I kind of got a late start and I kind of been pissing off around here and there, but I will get there eventually tonight, maybe around 8 p.m. But regardless, I will be in Houston tonight. So I'm here at Sonic in Edna, Texas. I got hungry walking around Victoria, so I thought I would stop here, get me something to eat. There's not really anything local to eat, I guess. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't want to get out of my car and go into a restaurant or anything like that, so this will do. If I would have known that Buc-ee's was nearby, I would have held off on getting something to eat. So according to the YouTube world lately, Buc-ee's is the place to go. Buc-ee's is the place to be. I've never been. Adam the Woo has done several videos here. Kara and Nate just did a video here. Here is Buc-ee with an appropriate face covering. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, but they still have some Buc-ee's St. Patrick's Day themed merchandise available. They have an assortment of popcorn and, of course, an assortment of fountain drinks. And then we have some Buc-ee's magnets, which I did decide to get one. They also have a bunch of different kind of fudges. I decided to get the cookies and cream. However, I do not recommend eating it all in one sitting because you're gonna make yourself sick. I am in the Houston area. It is currently 11 p.m. Yeah, I took way too long. After I left that park in Corpus Christi, I don't know. I didn't really feel like vlogging after that. So the videos from Victoria, and then when I went to Buc-ee's in Wharton, Texas, I just wasn't really in it. What I really want to do is turn this car around, go back to Brownsville, park my car where I parked it, and then take a bus back to Monterey, and then take a flight back to Mexico City to be with Rose. That's where my heart's at right now. So, I don't know. If I wasn't a vlogger, I probably would continue driving instead of stopping here in Houston. The sooner I get home, the sooner I I don't have to spend as much money. And then I can start the saving process of returning back to Rouse. So yeah. The whole reason I'm taking this channel as seriously as I am now is so maybe one day I will be able to support myself financially from these videos, so I don't have to return to Memphis just to make enough money to return back to Rouse. So I like making these videos, don't get me wrong, but sometimes your heart wants to do different things, and unfortunately I can't really afford to do what I want to do, which is go back to Mexico City. But that would be a hell of a surprise for Rose. She would be happy to see me. Likewise. Alright, I'm gonna find a place to stay here in Houston. I passed by a few places, but on the reviews, a lot of the hotels here have some very bad reviews. Like, they got mugged in the parking lot, people walking around with axes and guns and all that stuff, and I'm not about that life. So if I have to spend a little more money to stay safe here in Houston, I will. Alright. Well, I just checked into my hotel room here in Houston. Well, a suburb or another town, I'm not sure what you want to call it. I'm in Stafford, Texas, or Sugarland. It says both. I don't know. Either way, this is where I'm at. This room costed me $55 a night. Not bad. The hotel clerk, whatever, mentioned that there's a microwave missing and there's paint splatter. He was nice enough to tell me that there were some things wrong with the room, which was cool. I appreciate that. Some hotel rooms will give you the most piece of shit room and not give a f. So the fact that he gave a f when there's minimal things wrong with it, it's okay. So anyways, I'm gonna call it a night from here in Houston. I love vlogging, don't get me wrong, and I want to continue to vlog. I'm just out of it right now. I'm out of it today. I'm honest about where I want to be. Man. I miss Rose. Alright, I don't want to cry on camera. Thank you for watching. My name is Zach, and I do like to backpack around the world. I'm sorry this video wasn't as entertaining as I would like for it to be, but yeah. It took me 11 hours to drive a 5-hour trip. It was worth it though. I enjoyed most of it. Adios from Houston, Texas. I'll go ahead and have a Coke for y'all from here. And then I'll call it a night. Cheers from Houston, Texas, here in the United States of America. I hope I'm in a safe area. Probably not, but what are you gonna do? As long as I don't get shot, then I'm good. Cheers from Houston. That's good.